The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Kidu Jr.
And I'm Jasmine Jack. Join me later in the bulletin for your news in sports.
In this edition, IPATAS calls for transparency in Lagaib counting, project furthers relief support to Purari people, and CY-led NAB Science Dax Award. Counting for the Lagaib supplementary election is expected to resume Saturday morning following the appointment of a new returning officer. The deadline for the return of writ for this election has also been extended to November 30th. Enga election manager Anton Yamau confirmed that he received copies of the instruments of the appointment and the extension Thursday afternoon after the suspension of counting. However, he said he is yet to receive a proper gazettal notice of these changes. He said counting will resume under the leadership of the new RO. Considering the sensitivity of the counting, EMO didn't reveal the name of the new RO. Messages and phone calls were made to the Electoral Commission to confirm the appointment and extension, but to no avail. Governor for Enga, Sir Peter Ipatas, has called on the Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai to run the Lagaib by-election transparently and fairly. Sir Peter made this call after the acting returning officer for Lagaib resigned for security reasons.
The frustrated governor for Enga, Sir Peter Ipatas, has strongly called on the Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai to get his team together and conduct a fair and peaceful by-election for Lagaib Open in Enga province. He blamed the Electoral Commissioner for all the distractions during the by-election for his unreliable decisions to change the counting venue.
We are trying to, as a provincial government, trying to tell the country that yes, we have law and order issues, but they are tribal issues. But we don't have any other, law and order issues, especially in Wabek town. And for somebody to move the counting from our provincial headquarters and our province outside also undermines all the work that we are doing to maintain peace. And at the same time, the provincial government is working very hard to make Enga become an education hub and a health hub. So we didn't see the need for this decision. Now, where did it come from? If there was no recommendation from the system. So I saw that there is some suspicion, and I assume that this is the things that we are fighting about in this country. The Electoral Commissioner can't unilaterally decide and become a law unto himself. He has to consult his people on the ground.
Sir Peter clarified that because the decision by the provincial government to maintain the counting venue in Wabeg has created different reactions from the supporters who are from his tribe. He further stressed that although there are many challenges in Enga, they remained steadfast to bring peace into the province.
I want the public to know that I am trying to put the Electoral Commissioner on the spotlight. He has to answer for a lot of things. Counting proceeded this morning. It started yesterday, smoothly. As soon as I landed here, I get a phone call from Wabe, from my administrator and people on the ground saying that the counting has been suspended. And I said, what happened? Oh, the returning officer resigned. Well, it's the same returning officer who yesterday all of us that the counting should be suspended because we have to investigate some debt in town. What is a death got to do with counting? So here we are, the same returning officer resigning, the acting returning officer. And Highland here, and they say, look, they're trying to appoint a new RO. I will not be surprised if somebody is appointed to further derail the process. This has to stop. This country has to see that the law, rule of law must be maintained. Processes and systems must be respected.
Meantime, counting has been suspended after commencing on Wednesday as the acting returning officer resigned because of security reasons. Sepita said processes and procedures in the country must be followed through the rule of law. He also mentioned that the Electoral Commissioner must not be controlled but make tough decisions that won't destroy people's lives. Freddie Moe, TV1 News.
Meantime, Sir Peter confirmed that he will be filing a report with ICAC and the Ombudsman for an investigation into the by-election of Lagaip Open Electorate after the declaration of the winner.
At this event, after the elections, I will be asking ICAC, as his first job, I will be writing to them as governor of the province to ask them to actually do an investigation on the conduct of this by-election, so that we have to bring people to account for their actions. I've been there for 26 years, and I'm trying to make sure my province moves ahead, develops. And every election, somebody in Mosby is making decisions that are contrary to what is good and what is right.
The 8 Gobe clans of the Gulf faction are following up with government pending legacy issues, including payment for the construction of the Kayam to Baina Road. Benjamin Wabua, chairman of Mesebe Resources Investment Limited, the landowner company that represents the clans, raised this with TV1 News on Thursday.
Chairman of Mesebe Resources Investment Limited, Benjamin Wabua, in an interview with this newsroom, says the 8 Gobe clans of the Gulf faction have not benefited from the Gobe Oil Memorandum of Agreement. Mr. Wabua says the National Executive Council had approved for 30 million kina in the Gobe MOA for the Kayam Baina Road, but only 10 million kina was paid in 2012, with 20 million kina outstanding. The Kayam Baina Road project was part of a 220 million kina funding for 10 major projects in Kikori district. The projects were approved in a special NEC decision number 199 over 2008, dated September 18, 2008.
The Kayam Baina Road, and this is a submission here. I am making a petition to the government for this outstanding 20 million, and this 20 million is funded through NEC decision 199/2008. NEC made a decision through Kutubu MOI Gulf major projects. 30 million was approved, and I was paid 10 million. 20 million is outstanding.
He is calling on the Secretary for Petroleum and Energy to address this.
So we came up to Port Moresby. I put this petition to the Secretary of Department of Petroleum and Energy. I don't know where David Manau is, whether he has taken my issue to the minister concerned, Mr. Honorable Kergakua, or James Marape, the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, whether my document, this petition has brought up to their attention, or if Secretary is playing around with landowners, he needs to be sacked. He needs to pay attention to the landowners concerned. And this is outstanding commitment. 20 million must be paid as I am talking. Because I have seen Secretary's office a couple of times, there's no response, nothing has shown out. I'm going back to the landowners project side. I will close Gobe project, including access road, all the access road in Gobe, and Val Station. My people are ready now. I'll go and close it down.
Mr. Vabua says they have come to the media after attempts to get a response to their concerns were unsuccessful. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The National Doctors Association East New Britain branch presented a timely petition to the East New Britain provincial government in a bid to address the growing concerns over law and order issues affecting the province. According to medical physicians, they find themselves increasingly vulnerable to attacks. The Doctors Association, and determined to protect the safety and well-being of its members, the association decided to take a stand and demand urgent action from the government.
The recent violent uprising in the scenic and historic town of Rabaul has greatly impacted the lives of the innocent, affected business houses, and left many in fear. Members of the National Doctors Association East New Britain branch have petitioned provincial authorities to address the matter immediately, as they fear for their well-being and that of the hospital staff they work with. The petition, consisting of several key points, includes a thorough investigation into the assault of senior specialist doctors, guarantee of staff safety and increased policy presence, and thorough investigation into youths attacked on hospital staff. President of NDA East New Britain branch and senior surgeon, Dr. Kevin Lapu, presented the petition to member for Rabaul, Dr. Alan Marat, Acting Provincial Administrator Levi Mano, and Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Januarus Vosivai. Following the recent violence that has left 3 people dead, homes burnt, and a town still under threat of reprisal by conflicting parties.
Murder has been committed. Arson has been committed. Grievous bodily harm has been committed. These are indictable offenses. These are serious offenses. They are triable by prosecutors in the National Court. You cannot just apply or reopen the matter and reconciliation. That's band-aid. The real problem is still there.
According to medical doctors, they find themselves increasingly vulnerable to attacks. The Doctors Association is determined to protect the safety and well-being of its members. It demands urgent government intervention. Concerned authorities have been given a deadline of Monday, the 20th of November 2023, to respond to the petition. According to the petition, failure to do so, the union will stop work and withdraw services on Tuesday, the 21st of November 2023. Jasmine Erojak, TV1 News.
Newly appointed board members for the Rabaul District Development Authority were sworn in this week. The ceremony took place at the Rabaul District headquarters. The ceremony was presided by District Senior Magistrate Maristela Pineup and saw the participation of Rabaul Open member Dr. Alan Marat as the newly elected chairman. Dr. Marat's election as the member for Rabaul Open came after the dismissal of the leave of application filed by dismissed Rabaul MP Graham by the Supreme Court earlier this month. The newly elected members are now expected to perform well in steering the district's development and ensuring the effective implementation of various initiatives, including the criminal activities that is currently on the rise. You're watching TV1 News. After the break, World Prematurity Day and Project Furthers relief support.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Enjoying life when we're working together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a scale race, family meal we're told. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite reminds. Tennessee Cola, scale rise, don't scale price. Tennessee Cola, scale rise, don't scale price. Amber, you like it?
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame Oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame Oil, winning taste.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plan alapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Big fly Harris. Huge grab. Tie. And it's straight. How good is that? What a star of the game she is, Chloe Shear.
Close to the line, and it's got the journey. Lachlan evasive with a punishing blow. Brooke Lachlan sends the Swans a step closer.
Let's go. Darren and I are traveling around the world to find some new perspectives on some very old problems.
I can't believe this place exists.
Searching for healthy, sustainable living solutions for the planet.
Merge where we live with what we eat.
And all who live on it.
Woo! From Europe to the Amazon, from superfoods to eco-warriors, welcome to a culture that screams green and responsible.
It's time to get down to earth.
Welcome back. In commemoration of World Prematurity Day, observed globally on November 17th, the Special Care Nursery at Port Moresby General Hospital took center stage in raising awareness about premature births and their impact on infants and families. Today marks 12 years since the inception of World Prematurity Day. The Port Moresby General Hospital Special Unit took the lead to acknowledge this special day. The event witnessed the presence of key figures including Hospital CEO Dr. Paki Molumi, Dr. Roland Barnabas, Dr. Claudius Kamenga of UNICEF, WHO Technical Officer Dr. Madeline Salva and DFAT Representative Dr. Anna Gilchrist. A compelling dramatization on premature births was performed by the POMGen Special Care Nursery team to underscore the challenges faced by premature infants. Dr. Barnabas emphasized the complexity of premature birth, revealing that it accounts for 30% of hospital admissions at POMGen and contributes to over half of neonatal deaths.
Premature birth is a complex and often unforeseen challenge that affects millions of infants worldwide, altering the course of their lives and presenting unique hurdles for their families. As stated by our CEO in his opening remarks at the Port Moresby General Hospital, prematurity accounts for 30% of our hospital admissions and contributes to over half of our neonatal deaths. As we come together on this special occasion, we recognize the urgency of addressing this issue and amplifying our collective efforts to ensure a brighter future for these vulnerable babies. World Prematurity Day serves as a poignant reminder of the need for continued research, advocacy, and support for mothers and newborns.
Dr. Salva, on behalf of WHO, echoed the urgency of addressing the silent epidemic of premature births, emphasizing the crucial role played by frontline health workers in translating global guidelines into effective services.
We're here to support, but no one person, no one agency can address all these problems. We need everyone. And if we talk about experts, it's not us who are the experts. You are the real experts because you are the ones who are facing the mothers.
Under the global theme of small actions, big impact, immediate skin-to-skin care for every baby was emphasized. Development partners such as UNICEF, PMGH, NDOH, and PHAs were acknowledged for their support in promoting low-cost impact interventions like kangaroo mother care, early and exclusive breastfeeding, and infection control to improve outcomes for infants in PNG. Health Extension Officer Lily Modrepo is part of a week-long workshop on newborn care. She expressed gratitude for gaining knowledge to effectively manage newborns with plans to establish standardized special care nurseries in various PHAs.
I'm grateful to be attending this one-week workshop on newborn care. And looking at newborn care, children, babies die from three causes. That's sepsis, asphyxia, and prematurity. From this training, we are now equipped with the knowledge to effectively manage children and to reduce mortality in especially these three areas that I've just mentioned.
In his keynote address, Dr. Ken Wai, Deputy Secretary of the National Department of Health, emphasized the global challenge of preterm births and its impact on maternal and child health. Annually, an estimated 15 million babies are born preterm worldwide, with Papua New Guinea experiencing a significant rate of 9.1%, equivalent to 28,000 newborns each year. Preterm complications are a leading cause of child mortality, contributing to around 90,000 deaths in 2019. But 3/4 of these deaths could be prevented with cost-effective interventions. Dr. Wai expressed gratitude to WHO and UNICEF for their contributions to training health practitioners in these interventions. In Papua New Guinea, over 240,000 babies are born annually, with 6,000 dying within the first month due to prematurity and low birth weight, presenting a concerning rate among the highest globally. Dr. Wai stressed the urgent need for global action and investment to address the issue of preterm births, asserting that every baby deserves the best possible start in life, as health is a fundamental right, not a privilege.
In all provinces, selected health facilities will be upgraded, provided with equipment for newborn care. Healthcare workers working in special newborn care nurseries trained on managing complications from premature babies. Thank you for that support that we will continue to receive from our partners. Let me take this time and also thank all those who have worked hard to get us to this milestone. Again, especially UNICEF, and not forgetting WHO, working with the government of PNG through Department of Health and provincial health authorities, and of course our traditional partners, the Christian and Catholic Health Services, our NGOs, for continuing to help us to provide healthcare services to the 12 million people of this great nation.
Today, the Papua LNG project donated 3 dinghies to various government entities of Gulf Province with the purpose of supporting these officers carry out their respective functions in providing social services. This show of support from the project is a continuation of the Purari Relief Mission launched earlier in November for waterway communities affected by floods.
The Papua LNG project has donated 3 dinghies in recognition of the need for the provincial and district governments to enhance their social service delivery to waterway communities along the Purari in the Gulf Province. The project allocated 1 dinghy each to the Baimuru Local Level Government Administration, the Ihu LLG, and the Kerma Disaster Office.
So I hope those equipment will help us and help you to serve better the people in the area. We know how difficult their life is pretty often. Energies, but overall the Papua LNG project, I'm pretty sure we are very proud and pleased that we could together perform our duty, if you want, our duty of support to those people around us, around the project, because they are our neighbors, but above all, they are the landowners. They accept us on their land, we are their hosts, they are guests, they are the hosts, we are the guests, and we owe them this solidarity in time of need.
The Papua LNG project has donated these dinghies for the purposes of supporting these officers in carrying out their respective functions to provide services to the waterway communities.
Erosion is happening. There's about 25 to 30 villages along the beachfront or coastline, of which about 10 to 15 are in the Prairie Delta, that actually feel the effects of the river as well as the sea coming in, encroaching in. So in this particular instance, I am very pleased with what Total has done to assist us. We have limited resources as a government, but we try our best. We operate in a Gulf in a very difficult environment.
Meanwhile, the relief mission scheduled to conclude today, November 17th, has not reached its completion. Some villages are yet to receive relief support items. This mission continues. Maricela Kelleton, TV1 News.
Meantime, the Gulf Provincial Government Administration is yet to support the Papua LNG project's relief efforts to village communities outside the project's area of influence. Once more, bureaucratic processes hinder the delivery of essential support for Papua New Guineans in dire need of immediate relief, saying Provincial Disaster Manager Jerry Hape.
The government is taking charge of it. The submissions are already put through to the provincial government to make the decision, but just because of our reviews, third quarter and fourth quarter review, second and third quarter review, that's all the funds were put to stop. I have consulted the governor now with the provincial administrator. They said we will assist as soon as our review is over. So people have lived through it, and it has been over the years where we get relief well after the disaster happens or even nothing. So that's a real cry, and that's the challenge we have. Yeah. It is the mechanism that we're going to put in place, and I don't make the money decision, but I request, and that's where the problem is. I get a timely report, and when they submit, there are processes that go through to get the funds out, and that's where the delay is.
Benefits of technology are expected to reach all 22 provinces in PNG after the Department of Information and Communication Technology signed a Memorandum of Understanding with PNG Dataco recently. Both Minister for ICT Timothy Masiu and Minister for State Enterprise William Duma will collaborate through this MOU to ensure both entities will operate with respective mandate and achieve a digital government for the country. Duma shared that the partnership would lead to several benefits, including access to a modern state-of-the-art infrastructure, lower costs, and shorter timing for DICT to roll out its transformation programs. And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2685 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2610, $0.4008 Australian dollars, €0.2329 euro, and 39.01 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, cocoa, copra, and palm oil closed higher, while gold, coffee, crude oil, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, na moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Hey, you want talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager Red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and the New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungi Mumi!
Ton, 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 hino, ton, ton.
Nihimomo. If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton, ton.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kilo per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kilo weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club. Only with Digicel.
For the first time ever, Backroads leaves Australian soil.
Hi, I'm Tanya Bale. I'm excited to show off a part of Papua New Guinea that's close to my heart.
To uncover the vibrant and resilient spirit of Rabaul.
It's a place where nature's glory can suddenly be eclipsed by its fury.
The mountains, the volcanoes, the ocean cannot speak. We will tell the story.
Backroads, Sunday on ABC Australia.
For sportsmen and women, the internet can be a dangerous place. Filled with crackpots, show-offs, pranksters, and troublemakers.
It's time to go viral, America. You going?
So we compiled the greatest clips from the great outdoors and called it Viral Outdoors.
Welcome back. Do not let your circumstances drag you down. This was the encouragement given to the grade 12 graduating students of the Lae Secondary School by the acting Prime Minister and Lae MP, John Rosso.
428 grade 12 students from the Lae Secondary School graduated on Thursday with the theme Quality Citizens Through Quality Education. When speaking to students, Acting Prime Minister and Member for Lae, John Rosso, outlined the values that will guide them in their future endeavor: perseverance, dedication, determination, hard work, desire, discipline, and loyalty.
That dream that you sit down and you decide, I want to fly that plane one day. I want to be a police officer. I want to do this. Don't let your dreams die. Do not let it be affected by your choices in life. If you dream big enough, if you dream high enough, you will one day fly a plane. You will one day be a doctor, you will one day be a police officer, or you will one day be an engineer. It all comes down to you. A lot of people out there in our world also talk, Mino kekelo morning show, mino not go school. Or me go tanin steam na, mi sit down one time online go, ask what you are. Or me go sumu. Those choices, your parents didn't tell you to do that. No one forced you to do it. Those are individual choices you make. And those individual choices will put you on a pathway to failure or success. That is your choice. Do not let your circumstances or circumstances to you, oh, I live in a settlement. Do not let those circumstances stand before you as a hurdle that you cannot overcome. Don't let those circumstances drag you down. Don't promise myself I would never be poor again. And I made that choice and I succeeded. I made my choice to do things and I strived in life. I didn't go to school in Australia. Me no go to school one club. Me school of St. Mary's, Leisek, Nagolo, Passam, and further to university. But those choices I made, I grew up in a settlement just like you. So when you say I can't do it, that's bullshit. You can do it, and I challenge you to do it.
Russell said he grew up in a settlement, walked barefoot to school, was hungry most times, and made the decision to never suffer such hardships again. Camila Guare, TV1 News, Ley.
18-year-old Jared Karai from Siwai in the autonomous region of Bougainville took out the DAX Award during the Ley Secondary School's grade 12 graduation on Thursday. With his mom proudly standing by his side, Jared thanked her for prioritizing him and his siblings. 18-year-old Jared Karai from Siwai in the autonomous region of Bougainville was among the 428 grade 12 students who graduated from the Ley Secondary School yesterday. Jared came first in physics, second in advanced mathematics, and second in information and communication technology. With his mom taking her rightful place by his side, the soft-spoken young man shared that despite his challenges, he is determined to achieve his dream of becoming a mechanical engineer in the aviation industry.
It's all about yourself and it all depends on you. So I study hard, I committed, and I commit myself and work with perseverance. And even the struggles I face in my life, the adversity I face, I keep on working hard and I never give up. I just keep on working hard. And even in times where I'm down, I always look up to the Lord and ask Him for His help.
Jared is the second child in a family of 5. Both of his parents are unemployed, while the burden of supporting the family fell on the shoulders of his mom, Dolores.
My mom is very hardworking. For our family, my father it's not working, so my mom is to struggle to bring food to the shelter, selling, helping him on, so help us to survive by selling ice blocks and other market stuff to help us survive. And through his hard work, I want to appreciate him. I tell myself to do best in my schoolwork, and I achieve it. She's very hardworking. Without her, I don't think I will be able to pay my school fee back.
For 6 years now, Dolores has been selling ice block, drinks and flour at her table market. In a day, she makes an average of 70 kina, which is budgeted for her 5 children's bus fare and lunch money. She shared that she does feel down at times, but she always found comfort in prayer. She was very proud and grateful for her son's achievement and expressed that she will keep supporting her children no matter what. And in regional news, it's been 5 years since the first national school strike for climate action, and now student protesters are again rallying around the country.
The hashtag of today's event is Shift the Power, and protesters are really calling on governments right across Australia to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels. As part of that, they say they want to see an end to no new coal, oil or gas projects approved, and say they're bitterly disappointed by the fact that the federal Labor government has so far approved 4 new coal mines this year. They say they want that to stop. They're also calling for real carbon cuts, not just a reliance on things like carbon offsets. And they'd also like to see more public money put aside to see a transition from fossil fuel jobs into other industries, especially things like renewables. And they want to see that funding extended not only to those people who rely on, who are in those jobs, but also the communities that rely on fossil fuel industries as well. Of course, this is all coming ahead of the upcoming COP28 environment meeting in the UAE. That's happening at the end of the month, so they'll be really hoping that part of these protest actions that are happening right across the country today, that they'll really be able to influence governments ahead of that meeting, and really driving these protest actions that we're seeing is a growing sense of climate anxiety. And we're hearing report after report about younger people really starting to feel that sense of climate anxiety shifting in as they see what their futures could hold.
And Penny, we saw huge crowds in September 2019. What's the turnout there so far?
We did. Look, that September 2019 was a massive turnout right across the country where we saw tens of thousands of people. So far in Sydney, we're really only just starting to kick things off here so far. So there's probably, I would estimate, there's probably a few hundred people, maybe 300, but it does seem to be growing every minute. And the idea is that they're meeting here and that they'll have a protest march through the city to the office of the Federal Environment Minister. So that's expected to happen within the next hour. So there is certainly growing more and more people as each minute passes.
Residents in Melbourne's inner north are rallying to save a popular community garden that's facing closure within months. The garden sits on land owned by the Department of Transport, which is terminating the lease, but those who use the garden say it's an important community space.
Near a busy Melbourne freeway, this small community garden is described as the heart and soul of the street. Claire Matheson has spent countless hours tending to the patch over the past 6 years.
People don't have backyards. We don't have garden spaces. We live on a freeway, and to have something like this is just super special.
She's worked hard to create and maintain the community space, but now the Department of Transport, which owns the land, is terminating her lease and taking it back.
Everybody loves it. They just pop in for a chat, you know, they use the herb garden every day. Sometimes I'll walk in and there'll just be, you know, someone and their kid sitting here.
An online petition to save the garden has more than 840 signatures, but not everybody supports it.
The Department of Transport says some residents have raised concerns about the garden, including trees being removed without approval, gatherings involving alcohol, and police call-outs to antisocial behaviour.
But those using the land to grow their own vegetables say it brings the community together.
Morning and night there's people walking past using the herb gardens. I'm often seeing people cart their composting over to the big composting bins.
If the Department of Transport sent in the bulldozers, I mean, people would be crying in the streets.
This is an amazing tool, this one.
Ms Matheson fears if the garden can't be saved, the land will just become wasted space.
If you have a look at the other little triangles of land along the slip road, they're literally a rubbish dump.
The department says it's looking for a new location for the garden, hoping the community can put down roots nearby.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Jazz.
Thanks, Carol. We'll have sports after the break. Stay with us.
Number 1 super, ilike mall member, iamamas na stop good. Time only retire or finish slow walk. Suppose you put in 10 kina more long contribution belong you, long one week, you buy cartons and 50,000 kina more. Time you finish slow walk. Ring him mipla now na kisi motok sawe. Long way you can up him super saving belong you.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
Strong like you, smart like me.
I hope they don't break.
Now Charlie Lucky's son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Paying for your PNG air ticket with Cell Money is now possible. Visit the website www.pngair.com.pg to make a booking and select Cell Money as the payment option. You will receive a confirmation email including Cell Money reference number and the amount to pay within 24 hours. Once done, dial *888#, select option 4 Bill Pay, select PNG Air, enter the Cell Money reference number. You will receive a pop-up message asking you to confirm that all your information provided is correct. Enter the Cell Money PIN to confirm the payment. You will receive an email for PNG Air with your ticket details. Call 888 for assistance. Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
Change your TV plan to a postpaid plan and save more than 100 kina. Get a 30-day 40-channel plan for only 85 kina and get a free DTV plan to watch rugby league,
blink and you miss it,
or Filipino dramas from anywhere you want.
Good idea.
How awesome is that?
What a moment.
Dial 1515 to speak to a TV agent and get yourself a postpaid TV plan today. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
Hi, I'm Darren Robertson, an expat pom, chef and part owner of the 3 Blue Ducks in the Sydney beachside suburb of Bronte. A few years ago, I started thinking about making a shift towards more sustainable cooking, but I've become fascinated with cooking over simple fire or hot coals. I just want to see how far I can push that theory and what these simple elements can help me create.
So welcome to my charcoal kitchen. Let's light the fires, stoke the coals and get cooking.
Boxing's brightest stars shine on one knockout night.
He is down!
The Mexican monster, undefeated superstar David Benavidez.
Benavidez unloading! What more do you want?
Defends his title against undefeated Demetrius Andrade.
Andrade explodes!
And Jermall Charlo returns to take on Jose Benavidez Jr.
Gets rocked with another right hand! I'm the #1 candidate.
David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. Live November 26th, only on Fight Sports.
Welcome back. West Tigers coach Benji Marshall has stepped up his bid to poach PNG International and Melbourne Storm star Justin Olam after holding face-to-face this week. Olam has been linked with Super League clubs St. Helens and Warrington Wolves in recent weeks, but it appears West Tigers are now in the driving seat to take home his signature, with head coach Benji Marshall reported to have met with the PNG Centre. According to Daily Telegraph, Marshall has flown to Melbourne to meet Olam in one of the biggest signs that he's very much interested in bringing to the Concord club. The 28-year-old made his NRL debut in 2018 and has also played 9 tests for PNG, becoming a cult hero for rugby league fans in his country. The out-of-favour Melbourne Storm star struggled to find his explosive best this year after a series of injury setbacks curtailed his pre-season. Olam's axing after the Storm round 21 defeat to Newcastle seemed to spell the end of him in the first grade 2023. The elevation of former Kumul Paul Aiton from assistant PNG Hunters coach to head coach is a testament of his love and passion for the game, and more so his loyalty towards playing for his native country and transcending to coaching. His playing track record speaks for itself at the NRL, the Super League levels, and representing the country since 2007 as Kumul number 214. Ayton holds an NRL Level 2 coaching certificate, and with his involvement in the Hunters program over the past 2 years, it was an advantage over other candidates.
Speaking at Thursday's announcement of the new PNG Hunters coach, franchise CEO Scott Barker said all normal processes under QRL requirements and standards were met before a final decision was made. Barker said Ayton made the cut from 3 candidates who applied. Ayton holds an NRL Level 2 coaching certificate, and with his involvement with the Hunters program over the past 2 years, it was an advantage.
That was one of the overarching things that we needed to advertise, and those standards are set by the QRL. It's required to have a minimum of a Level 2 coaching certificate. Outside of that, it's if you have a certain amount of playing experience, it can be taken into account, but we needed just to make sure that any of our applicants ticked all the relevant QRL boxes, which the 3 that were interviewed certainly did that, and as I said, Paul interviewed very well and is sitting here today with us. So.
For Ayton, embarking on a new coaching career was always at the back of his mind. In 2021, during COVID, Ayton was first appointed assistant coach to former PNG Hunters coach Matt Church, while the team was temporarily based in Queensland. When Stanley Tappen took over as head coach in 2022, Ayton remained a pivotal part of the Hunter system as Tappen's assistant. While the 40-man squad started their training this week, CEO Barker marveled at the current training squad, saying it's got a lot of depth with both the returning Hunters and players from the Diesel ExxonMobil Cup and the Junior Kumuls.
We'll get through to the trials at the end of February, and then we'll make a further cut down to probably around 30 will be our full-time squad for 2024. So I'll leave that in the hands of the head coach and his coaching staff, but that's basically the process from here.
Meanwhile, Barker would not go into detail regarding player welfare, instead that the players are being taken care of and well remunerated as it was in the last season. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Newly appointed PNG Hunters head coach Paul Ayton is looking forward to working with a new squad that has a lot of depth in terms of experience and talent, especially the new boys picked from the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup and the Junior Kumuls. Ayton said the first 3 weeks of preseason is all about fitness and stamina before they move into footy. His main emphasis will be on learning, improving skill level and getting players to know their role and how he wants the team to play.
Probably the way we want to play, I don't want to get into too much, but the way we want to play, they need to know their role. And I'll make that very simple for each position. We haven't covered that yet because first 3 weeks we'll be just building a base for their fitness. After 3 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, we're going to start into moving into footy. But knowing their role is probably the biggest. So obviously their skills got to be up there, but they've got to know exactly what they've got to do.
Day 2 of the Bilas Peles Sevens tournament continued today, culminating in the playoffs with final set for Saturday afternoon. Defending champions are Colour Reds from Rabaul, East New Britain. Despite the tournament dominated by teams from New Island Province, there is a good show from champion teams from nearby island provinces. From the total 21 teams, 5 teams are from East New Britain, 1 from West New Britain, and 1 team from Port Moresby.
The second New Guinea Charter, carrying 124 athletes and officials from rugby union, volleyball, tennis, swimming and golf, touched down at the Anderson's International Airport on Tuesday. They joined the 130 that arrived on Monday, totaling to 254 ready to compete in the first week of the Games, which started today. PNG Games Chef de Mission Faye Zienalalo and other Games officials were at hand.
And we apologize for that. With only 2 sleeps to go before the 17th Pacific Games Open ceremony on Sunday the 19th of November, Team PNG athletes and officials are settling in well and ready to hit the ground running. Meanwhile, competition started today in basketball, soccer and volleyball. The second group of athletes and team officials arrived on Tuesday on Air New Guinea charter and were met by PNG chef de mission, Faye Zina Lalo, and game officials.
The second Air New Guinea charter, carrying 124 athletes and officials from rugby union, volleyball, tennis, swimming and golf, touched down at the Anderson's International Airport on Tuesday. They joined the 130 that arrived on Monday, totaling to 254 ready to compete in the first week of the Games, which started today. PNG Games chef de mission Faye Zina Lalo and other Games officials were at hand to receive the athletes on Tuesday, who appeared in good spirits and excited to give their best in their respective sports. They were accompanied by PNG Sports Federation CEO Albert Veretau.
At one time.
So how does it mean with the competition?
Well, these guys will soon find out, but I came on the first charter on Monday, and thank you to the lead team that came ahead. All the sheets were made, rooms were allocated. They tell you where to go, you see your names on top. So so far so good. We've got nothing but praise for the host country.
Chef de mission explained that once the teams complete their competitions, they then leave while the second contingent arrive for week 2 of the Games.
So this is the team that's participating in the first week of sports, and then when they complete the competitions, they then leave, and then we have the second contingent arriving on the 25th and 26th to participate in the second week of sports. That's how the host Games Organizing Committee have scheduled their sports. So they divided it into the first week as second week because it's a small place, so they can only accommodate so many people at one time.
Team PNG consists of 483 athletes and 22 team officials who will compete in 21 sports during the Games. Competitions for basketball, soccer and volleyball started today ahead of the official opening ceremony on Sunday. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends sports news. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you, Jasmine. Here is the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Port Moresby, mostly fine. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, few showers. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Lorengau, few showers. Highlands, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Mount Hagen, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for the next 24 hours. Coral and Solomon Seas slight with southeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. Coastal waters forecast, waters of Finchafen through Vitias and Dampier Strait to CRC Long Islands, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters. And that brings us to the end of our bulletin tonight. Have a safe weekend. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.